Grandma, Mommy Fumilayo Adeberry is celebrating clocking 70 today. Your daughters are Bosede Adediron, and of course the entire New State High School. Talking about 1996 set, they are the ones celebrating you on radio this morning. Funshaw Makonjola is celebrating, aka Eel. Of course, love from the Adoyi Close Community Command. We wish you the very best. All right, so to all of you celebrating, we say happy birthday to you and congratulations on this wonderful day. International School 1995 set. All right, a big birthday shout out going out to you on this wonderful day. will ginger you to be the best at work on this beautiful day. My dear listener, the month of August is at its end, so we are at the peak already, driving through unpredictable terrains, taking along dreams, visions, fears, and aspirations. Yes, the month has just reached the end. I can tell you, if you're still wondering where you are and what to do not be disturbed. Just be positive and resolute for a fruitful outcome to your journey through life's winding road. And with that heart of gratitude this wonderful morning, let me gladly welcome you to Build Right, your one-stop diary for the built environment in Lagos. This is courtesy of the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, and it is aimed at getting things right in the built environment. You're welcome. My name is Victor Oteri. All right, then according to Candy Chang this morning, Candy Chang says our public spaces as profound as we allow them to be. Candy Chang is a recent public space activist around the world who has also given a few TED Talks on the subject. Now, her works are very, very important in the way that we understand the psyche of public spaces and what they stand for. So public spaces such as city squares, as parks, or even the streets are all spaces of congregation and supportive for oriented spaces. So these are places that are very, very, very needed if we are to have things in proper perspective, and they must be properly planned. And that is the whole idea of ensuring that we put in place a well-planned city that would live for centuries to come. All right, so today on the program, we're going to be continuing the dialogue on how to decentralize the building and planning permit approvals, taking it to the district levels in the localities. And today we're going to be taking you to the further western part of Lagos. So we're making reference to Egbe-Idimu and Mosan, Okunola LCDAs. How is the process done, or perhaps what is the building process and the planning permit process in those localities? You can also share your experience with us during the course of the program. You're welcome. A brief break. When we return, it'll be time to take off the conversation.
Dear Lagosians, the vision of making Lagos a sustainable and resilient state through community regeneration and inclusive physical planning begins with building right. We all have a role to play in achieving this vision in line with the Lagos State Urban and Regional Plan and Development Law of 2019 as amended. Do you know that before buying a land or building on it, you must certification and certificate of completion for building construction in Lagos State? Estate developers must obtain layout approval before developing their estates and obtain full planning permit after the expiration of a provisional planning permit. Their Lagosians, do not carry out unapproved renovation, remodeling, or demolition. Do not break the seal on an enforced property. Do not obtain fake planning permit city of choice. For more information, download the Lagos State MPP app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, Àjùmọ̀ṣe Announcer, Lagos State Government.
Program. My guests are already seated. We'll be connecting with them shortly, but let's bring you some updates that are coming in. We're still tracking through our live cameras, and we can tell you they're pretty slow within the Ojota corridor. Nothing unusual. It's as a result of the construction work that is going on there. Counterflow is a slow one this morning. All right, the return journey at the other end, it's much better. So if you're coming in from the Yalaro end, heading towards New Garage and Ojota, it's a much better drive right now. Okay then, so those of you trying to make use of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway as well, I hear things are getting better at the moment. Around the Alakbere end, earlier on we told you it was pretty slow due to some fuel queues within that corridor, but it has subsided a bit, so it's much better now driving through that end. Lekki Ajah corridor unhindered vehicle movement is being experienced from Jubilee Bridge, Ajah inwards Abraham Adesanya, as well as Ogombo Road down to Olorunshola. It's very, very good. From there, connecting Ogidon, it's a smooth ride as well. And from there, linking up with ShopRite, Crown Estate, Awuyaya, Lakowe, Eleko Junction, extending to the T Junction, and of course, areas like Ayeturu is also excellent for now. So we'll be serving you more helpings. And of course, if your travel experience is not what we have narrated, feel free to connect with us all the time. We're always here to help escalate it as well. Okay, so today we're taking the conversation to another level. Last week, we took you through the district of Apapa as well as the Ajeromi, Ifelodun, those localities, as it relates to how best to decentralize the planning permit and the building approvals that we have in Lagos. So today, we're trying to simplify that process by bringing you further west to the western side of Lagos. So we're heading to the areas we refer to as Egbe-Idimu, as well as Mosan, Okunola. So joining me in the studio this morning, I have town planner Yemitan Olawale Moses. He's an assistant director town planning with the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, and currently is a district officer representing Egbe-Idimu LCDA. Town planner Yemitan Moses, nice to have you in the building. Good morning.
My pleasure. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Egbe-Idimu.
All right, how you doing?
I'm very good.
Egbe-Idimu, if I ask you to greet in the dialect in Egbe-Idimu now, how do they greet there?
I tell Egbe-Idimu are basically the Awori people.
Awori people. So what would you say?
Awori Kitigbe.
Okay, Tigbe Ogbere, right?
Yes, you are right.
Okay, then joining him as well is engineer Moses Kafayah Olorunshola. She is a deputy director civil engineering with the Lagos State Building Control Agency, and currently she's a district officer Egbe-Idimu LCDA. Madam, nice to have you in the building. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
So,
you want to greet your people?
Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Egbe-Idimu.
Right.
The point of correction, the name was not properly.
Okay, so what's the name?
Olorunshola Kafayah Omomi.
Okay, Olorunshola Kafayah Omomi. Yes. All right, then apologies for that. Nice to have you in the building.
Thank you.
So let's take it over. Let's even start with the amnesty program that is still on. From August 1st to October 30, Lagos State government has extended the amnesty on physical planning permit for completed buildings. Let's start from that amnesty. Yemitan Moses, how's it going in your locality within Egbe-Idimu?
Yeah, very encouraging. People are turning up in the large numbers, and it's a welcome development.
Okay, so when you say they're turning up, are they meeting up with the requirements that the Lagos State government has put out there?
Yes, majority are meeting up.
Okay. And they come up every day. They're always turning up.
Yes, every day. The district keep on busy every day.
Ah, all right. And for engineer Kafayah, how is it in your end with the amnesty program?
It's similar, because whatever happens at the Lagos State Planning Permit Authority flows back to Lagos State Building Control Agency. When the level of compliance is high there, then we can work with ease at our end.
Right. So the big question is, why do I really need a planning permit for my building? Yemitan?
Yeah, planning permit is essential because first and foremost, it guarantees the authenticity of that building, and it shows that we are law abiding. If people refuse to apply for planning permit, it will throw the society in disarray, and it helps the government to plan very well.
So it's needed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so for this program, this amnesty that is on right now, how long is this expected to last, madam? It's still going on till October, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I hear that let's even get to the nitty-gritty of this. For those who do not really understand this, Town Planner Yemitan, what is it that government is forgiving people for? I mean, what is being waived if they come for this amnesty?
Government is basically waiving the penalty fee. If you have constructed your building and you are yet to obtain a development permit for your building, you are bound to pay a penalty, which is multiplication of 4 of the assessment. So with the amnesty, we are inviting the society, the community, everybody that Mr. Governor wants everybody to just come down. We want you to come with your building plan approval, and we will waive the penalty at no cost.
So that penalty is waived?
It's waived totally.
So if the penalty is supposed to be, let me say now, 1.5 million, so you're going to pay that in 4 places, like 6 million?
Yes. If the penalty is 1.5 million, you multiply it by 4.
6 million. So it's that 6 million that government is waiving?
Yes, exactly, sir.
That's big.
Huge.
Really huge, really.
Yes, sir.
All right. And you say people are taking advantage of that right now?
Yes, a lot of people are turning up.
Okay, let's reflect on it. So what are the requirements? For those who are just getting to know about this morning, what are the requirements for them to benefit?
Okay, the basic thing is they should have a survey plan. That's the first thing, and then architectural drawing. So they approach the district office, who will chart it, and then will ensure that we'll process it for them.
Okay, so let's get to your own duties and your functions now. Engineer Mrs. Olorunshola, as district officer for the Egbe-Idimu, what are your responsibilities?
Yes, thank you. In simple terms, my responsibility is to ensure that Lagos State citizens comply with the building control regulations of Lagos State in no ramification. This regulation includes but not limited to obtaining letter of authorization to commence construction after getting the approval. Then you ensure that you engage required qualified professionals to supervise your project, and you invite Lagos State Building Control Agency to come and stage your work.
Okay. So at what point do we need the Lagos State Building Control Agency in the built environment? I mean, where do I begin to say, okay, at this stage, let me get in touch with LABCA?
Yes. The business process of Lagos State Building Control Agency starts from screening of drawings.
Okay.
After a developer gets his or her drawing done,
right,
these drawings, before being submitted for application, they are to be screened by LABCA officials, although this is done in conjunction with the Planning Permit Authority. So the drawings are forwarded to Lagos State Building Control Agency for screening. Then afterwards,
all the drawings are sent to you.
Yes, for screening.
Okay. From LABCA.
That's during pre-planning stage.
Right.
Then after the development permit has been issued, then the developer needs to come back to Lagos State Building Control Agency to notify us, because the development permit does not authorize you to go and commence construction, and you might not be ready. Yeah, you might not even be ready by the time you obtain your approval. You might not be ready to start construction.
Okay.
So that is why you need to inform us. Otherwise, it would have automatically come to your site by obtaining the approval. But because people are not usually ready, so there is need to notify when you are ready to commence.
Okay.
That's, you give us your intention in writing, then we issue authorization for you that you can go on site.
Right.
At the same time, after getting the authorization, sometimes it might take a while before you actually go to site to do construction. So if you're to do your foundation, you need to notify us that, yes, I'm doing my foundation, giving minimum of 7 days notice, so that we'll come to your site, inspect the foundation, alongside your supervising professionals on site.
So you must inspect every stage of the construction?
Yes.
Is that what LABCA does?
Yes. So that, the approval, diligence has been done in terms of paperwork. But in terms of the physical construction, if there is no adherence, a building can collapse.
Which is very true. So, would you say that people have been doing this in terms of coming to LABCA for every stage of that construction? Is that what you see, or people are violating that?
There are some people that are violating. So when we serve them notices and they come to the office, it is part of our responsibility to enlighten them. Our people are usually ignorant about a lot of things. So when they come to the office, we enlighten them so that they don't fall victim a second time, and they are able to rectify their mistake on the developments in question.
Right. So if peradventure somebody has started building, he didn't notify you, what happens? Are you going to tell him to bring it down and start again?
No. We ask him to he or she to ask him to regularize.
Okay.
That means he has to stop whatever he's doing, go and obtain his papers.
Okay.
Then we continue staging. Whatever he has done needs to be tested, because since it was never staged by us, we need to check the integrity of the structure. So this will be part of the requirements
Right.
for the approval process.
So if he has already done the foundation, you have to go there to go and test to find out if it's proper.
Yes.
All right. Let me get back to Yemitan. That's a town planner, Yemitan Moses. So what's your own duties within Egbe-Idimu?
As the district officer Egbe-Idimu, I am the first point of contact for applicants. They come down to me and inquired on how to go about their permit, and I guide them and I screen their drawings, and I ask them to see the architect in charge, and I still chat, because the most important thing is their survey plan. We need to really chat it and ensure that standards are being protected.
Okay. So that you are the first point of call.
Yeah.
All right. So let's look at Egbe-Idimu. For those who are just getting to know about this, listen to me this morning. They're wondering, where is Egbe-Idimu? Where will we find that particular LCDA, and what are the communities that you have on that?
Okay. Egbe-Idimu is one of the LCDA created from the old Olorunshola local government, and it started from where we call Olawale along Egbe-Idimu Road.
Okay.
And it gets to Isheri Olofin, and it entails the entire Isheri Olofin, and it goes part of Lagos, part of Isheri to Igodo Road. They are terminated along that Governor Road, where they call Odo, where they call Odoero, and Egbe town and its environment with Idimu.
Okay.
And part of Ikotu.
All right. So you'll find Ikotu, you'll find Idimu, you find some part of Egbeda.
Yes.
That are all lumped up under this particular LCDA.
Yes.
So in terms of size, is it very, very big?
Not too big. Not too big. I think it's the second least among the 6 created.
Okay. But population is huge?
Yes, it's densely populated.
It's densely populated. And then you have people who are really, really yearning for construction. So we have lots of buildings that are springing up every day within that locality as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for all of this, the process is, how would you describe it? Is it seamless or is it cumbersome? I mean, for those who come to you on a regular basis, how quick are you able to respond?
Very seamless. Our response is very sharp, because once you approach us in the office, we can easily, that day you can get your assessment. We decide to be visited, your drawing will be pre-screened, the charting will be done, and you get your assessment, the amount to pay to government. So very seamless.
All right. So how many types of planning permits do we have under your jurisdiction as a district officer?
As a district officer, I have various types of planning permits. First and foremost, the building plan permits and renovation permits. Sometimes some people come for remodeling, some come for reconstruction, additional floor. All those things are the permits we granted.
Okay, so different kinds of permits as well.
Yes, sir.
Anytime you want to do anything in the building, you must come for a planning permit.
Yes, you must come for renovation permit or
as
remodeling, as the case may be.
I would have thought that would have been part of LABCA's duties, or they would just go there to inspect after you would have given the.
LABCA don't give permits. What LABCA monitor? They are the enforcing agency
Okay.
of our own part, and we work hand in hand.
Right. So you give the approvals, they go out there to enforce. All right. So Engineer Kafayah, Olorunshola, let's talk about your enforcement duties within Egbe-Idimu. How often do you go out for monitoring?
We go out for monitoring on a daily basis, looking out for ongoing developments, renovation, remodeling, as the case may be. We serve notices, and we get responses in our office. We usually attach our phone number to the notices for easy access, so people promptly call to book appointments so that we will be available in the office to attend to people, because sometimes we go to sites for monitoring.
All right, then Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Build Right is the program. Of course, I have my friends from the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority. I have Town Planner Yemitan Moses, and I also have Engineer Mrs. Kafayah Olorunshola. Olorunshola, yes, she's the district officer for LABCA, that's the Lagos State Building Control Agency within Egbe-Idimu. We're going to take a short break right now. When we return, I'll be bringing another town planner to join the conversation. But this time around, we'll be talking about Mosan, Okunola. A brief break, we'll be back.
Dear Lagosians, the vision of making Lagos a sustainable and resilient state through community regeneration and inclusive physical planning begins with building right. We all have a role to play in achieving this vision in line with the Lagos State Urban and Regional Plan and Development Law of 2019 as amended. Do you know that before buying a land or building on it, you must check for the permissible use from the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development? Do you know that you must obtain a planning permit and authorization to commence the construction of your building? Do you also know that you require state certification and certificate of completion for building construction in Lagos State? Estate developers must obtain layout approval before developing their estate and obtain full planning permit after the expiration of a provisional planning permit. Their Lagosians, do not carry out unapproved renovation, remodeling, or demolition. Do not break the seal on an enforced property. Do not obtain fake planning permits and do not abandon uncompleted buildings. Do not break the law. Build right in accordance with the State Operative Development Plans. Let's work together to make Lagos a sustainable smart city of choice. For more information, download the Lagos State MPP app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó Àjùmọ̀ṣe Announcer, Lagos State Government.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, still on Build Right this beautiful Thursday morning. Let's take you through the Mushin corridor. It's a faster moving traffic being experienced from Bolade Oshodi, descending Guru, connecting underneath the bridge inwards Olupese, heading towards Kappa. It's looking very, very good. The railway line 2 by Ilupeju bypass, Challenge and Olorunshola. It's a smooth ride even as we speak right now. Onwards journey from there towards Post Office, connecting Ojuwoye. It's busy due to commuter activities within that particular corridor. Ojuwoye connecting Olosha down to Moshlashi, very much encouraging at the moment. Likewise for the return journey from Moshlashi down to underneath the bridge at Oshodi. So no breakdowns to report within that particular corridor. All right then, so we're still tracking that container laden truck broken down. It's a 40-foot container truck with bearing hub. It's a bearing fault problem opposite Lasu Main Gate at Badagry Expressway. That's in Ojo. Efforts on for its removal. Okay, at the moment, it's not really affecting the flow of traffic. All right, so we're still trying to simplify the process. For those of you who are within the Egbe-Idimu as well as Mosan Okunola, we've talked about Egbe-Idimu, but right now, let's switch gears to Mosan Okunola this morning, and town planner Fatimo Folake, who's an assistant director town planning with the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, and district officer Mosan Okunola LCDA. She's joining us right now. Madam, nice to have you in the building. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
And how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. So, as district officer of Mosan Okunola, what are your own core responsibilities?
Let me take my name again because you didn't call my surname. My name is town planner Folake Aka.
Oh, Folake Aka.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
My core responsibility as a district officer of Mosan Okunola include processing of planning permit, processing of an application for planning permits.
Okay.
Then we monitor to ensure that developments that we have granted planning permits are conforming, and also to dictate illegal and unauthorized development. We treat petitions and complaints. And we carry out our day-to-day activities to ensure the smooth running of the district.
All right.
We also do other ad hoc assignments.
So the amnesty on planning permit approvals for completed buildings, how is it faring within your own district office?
It has not been too bad, but I still want to encourage the people of Mosan Okunola to come one and come all.
Okay. You've not had so many people coming up within those areas?
It has not been too bad, like I said, but I still want a lot of them to come and regularize their development.
All right. So, Mosan Okunola, for those who do not know where it is, talk to us and describe the location of the Mosan Okunola. Which communities fall under Mosan Okunola?
Mosan Okunola actually starts from Kokumo on Ipaja Road to Okpeki and then to Olawale on Egbe-Idimu Road. It has various communities, which include Okpeki Village, Mosan, Akiogun, and then the estates. We have the Abeson low-cost housing estate, the Shagari estate, Gowon estate, Gemade estate, and then Olawale area itself, as well as some other private estates.
Okay. So that's where it is, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
How long does it take? I mean, people come to your office today to apply for a permit. How soon are they likely going to get it?
10 days in.
10 days.
Yes, sir.
You can assure us that within 10 days.
Yes, sir.
It
After
will-
the submission of all the necessary documents and the prescreening of those documents, survey plan is the first point of contact.
Okay.
We chart to determine the status of the land. And
Right.
when the charting is done and it's confirmed that the land in question is free from all encumbrances such as acquisition, right of way, setbacks to canals, public utilities, water bodies generally, then we proceed to the screening of architectural drawing. I'm also the first point of contact to check the planning parameters.
Okay.
Then I then refer to the district architects who vets the architectural parameters and standards.
Right.
Then when that is okay, if the architect confirms to me that the architectural drawing is okay, then I issue the assessment. The applicant can then go and make payments, and after then come along with all the necessary documents for registration of the application.
Okay. All right. So that means there's a lot. When people want to build, they have to get in touch with you, and then they now also get in touch with the district officer for
The district architect.
the district architect as well as the LABCA district person as well. Okay. All right. 08099120777. Let's take the discourse beyond the studios to have your input this morning. Those of you within the those corridors, talking about Egbe-Idimu, Mosan, Okunola, Egbe, all those corridors. You have your district officers in the studio this morning, and if you want to ask them any question, feel free to do so right now. Okay, 08099120777, 09153877127. Those are the numbers that you can connect with us this morning. I have some messages that are coming in here for you as well. This one says, good morning. It says, how does the district offices ensure transparency and reduce corruption during the permit approval process? Hakim Ajibade is sending us one in. So is there a way you can track that, Folake?
Thank you very much. That's why we encourage them to come straight to the office. When they come to the office, we put them through the normal process.
Okay.
And but like I said before, the first point of contact is to chart the survey plan. When it is free from all encumbrances, we screen the architectural drawing, and then we give them the assessment. When we issue assessments, it comes with the codes, and they have to go to the designated banks of Lagos State government that to make the payment.
Okay.
So they will be sure that the
So they're
money
not
is
supposed
going
to pay-
into the right pause,
Right.
and it's going to be confirmed and validated by our account department at our headquarters.
Before any further procedures are taken.
Yes, sir.
All right. This one says, good morning. How can applications, it says, good morning. How can applicants check the status of their building permit applications in Egbe-Idimu, LCDA? You didn't put your name, by the way. So I'm sure this question is for engineer Mrs. Olorunshola.
Please come again.
It says, good morning. How can applicants check the status of their building permit applications in Egbe-Idimu, LCDA?
If you want to check the status of your building application, after putting in officially with planning permits, they would have issued a registration number to you. So if you want to check, you just go to the planning permit authority local office close to the district, which is located at Abeson Estate.
Right.
To check, you take that file number there, you check the status. If your approval is ready, if you need to settle tasks or whatever, they will tell you from there.
All right. 08099120777. Keep the line now coming. There's a message here. It says, I live in Egbe, so I want to know where exactly is their office so I can get my building permit. This is coming from Oluwagbenga. Yeah, okay, just Oluwagbenga. All right, so where's your office located?
Our
Egbe?
office is located adjacent Abeson Central Mosque by the retail markets within Abeson Housing Estate.
Okay, that's within Abeson.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's for. What about you, engineer?
Our office is at Moshalashi bus stop. Coming from Yanokwaja, there is a roundabout before you turn to Egbeda. The office is by the roundabout, that rotary. There's a black gate, the fence, Lagos State Building Control signage is there. That's where the local building control office in charge of Egbe-Idimu is located.
All right, so Oluwagbenga, I hope you've heard that. You can go there and correct all the necessary papers that is required. This one says, good morning, Victor and the town planners. My question is directed to town planner Folake. Say, please, what steps are being taken in Mosan, Okunola, LCDA to make the building and planning permit process simpler and much faster, larger? He's sending that one in. So what steps are you taking to ensure that it is faster?
It has, since we began the amnesty window, it has always been a seamless process before amnesty, and even now, it's still a seamless process. All they need to do is come with their survey plan and architectural drawing and title document. Then we start from there.
All right, then. This one says, good morning to everyone in the studios. What are the usual timelines for processing building and planning permits in Egbe-Idimu LCDA? Ayo. He sent that one in for me, Dimu.
Yes, sir. It's a 10-day deal, sir.
It's a 10 days.
After the submission of all the necessary documents.
Okay. So that's the timeline. 10 days.
Yes, sir.
Everything will be sorted out.
Yes, sir.
All right. This one says, how does the district office deal with discrepancies in the documentation submitted by applicants? Maybe Engineer Engineer Olorunshola can answer that one. Discrepancies. How do you deal with that?
Title documents are not processed by us. They are submitted for planning approval. So it's after the development permit has been obtained, that's where we take it up from there. So the issue of title disagreements are usually resolved before you even put in for your application. Is to be resolved by the land property owner.
All right.
Before you even submit your application, let alone coming forward for authorization with us.
All right, then, so, Taplan, what are the challenges confronting you in Mosan, Okunola? Do you have major challenges confronting you there?
Not really, sir.
Okay. Hello, let's take this call. Hello there, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Victor.
Yes.
Maybe the officers there, they don't want to approve my call. That is why the title of the call is not going, it's cutting.
All right. So, what's your name? Yes.
My name is Andrew. I want to ask two pertinent questions.
Go ahead.
First and foremost, if one has built, the person has a survey, has maybe already some money receipt, and has built in a structure of the place in Lagos, has finished building, what does the person do? That is one. Two, now you do testing while they do testing and they carry out regulatory measures from the foundation and everything. If you are doing that, Lagos State owned buildings. I'm not talking of Jack Honey building now. I'm talking of like this Lagos homes and this high-rising buildings that are having defects in the buildings. What does the regulators in Lagos State, what do they do about it? Some people have started living there, while some people have not started living there. They have defects, structural defects, which ordinarily, if you see private houses that are having those type of defects, they will mark it for renovation or they destroy it. They demolish it. Thank you. Good morning.
All right, then. Thank you so much for that one. All right, so two pertinent questions quickly. Maybe we can respond to them. If I have finished my building, what's the next thing for me to do? Engineer Kafayah?
If you have finished your building, you need to regularize. People are usually ignorant of the fact that the fact that you have completed your building does not absolve you of doing due diligence.
Okay.
And that is why this amnesty window is on.
So regularize means that I should bring what now? Is it
Regularize means you should go and put in an application, an as-built application with the Planning Permit Authority.
Okay, to get that sorted. All right. For the second one, which he was talking about, it says government has some buildings that are defective as well. What are they doing about that? How would you respond to that quickly as a roundup?
Yeah, I'm well aware of